Hi everyone. Now I am going to discuss about the motion in 2D from the motion in a plane chapter. Now in this motion in 2D, whenever a particle is moving along x-axis as well as y-axis with certain velocities, let us consider that if body is moving with uniform velocity, I am writing first case. If a body is moving with uniform velocity in xy axis, okay, a body is moving along x axis as well as y axis with same uniform velocity, okay. X component is same, y component is same. Meaning is here, my meaning is that only if a body is moving with uniform velocity in xy plane, now I am writing that. Let us consider initially it is moving with velocity vx along x-axis and vy along the y-axis. Now if you want to calculate distance covered by the body at any time t, distance covered is covered at any time t, along x-axis you can write the vx into t. Similarly along y-axis you can write it as vy into t. Suppose a body is moving along z-axis also. Now you can write it as z component also you have to write. Okay. Similarly, if a body is moving with uniform acceleration in xy plane, in that case we can write the relations as vx is equal to, you can write it as ux plus ax into t. Similarly you can write x is equal to uxt plus of axt square, x component of position I have written. Similarly vx square minus ux square is equal to 2ax into x. Similarly along y axis I am writing vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. Similarly y is equal to uyt plus of ayt square. Vy square minus uy square is equal to, you can write 2ay into y. Overall you can write the velocity v bar is equal to u bar plus a bar into t. Similarly we can write s bar is equal to u bar into t plus half into a bar into t square. Last one, v bar dot v bar minus u bar dot u bar is equal to 2 into a bar dot s bar. These are the equations of motion when it is moving with uniform acceleration along x and y axis. Okay. Now you can write the meaning of this v bar is vx I cap plus vy j cap. Similarly u bar is equal to ux I cap plus uy j cap, and similarly s bar is equal to x I cap plus y j cap. You can write the usual meanings here. A bar also, a bar can be written as ax I cap plus ay j cap. These are the equations of motion when a body is moving with uniform acceleration. If a body is moving with non-uniform motion, body is moving in non-uniform motion, in that case we can write x is equal to vx is equal to, you can write it as vx is equal to dx divided by the dt. Similarly vy is equal to dy by dt you can write, and similarly acceleration ax is equal to dvx divided by the dt. Ay is equal to d y earlier I have written this v y divided by the dt. Similarly remaining things also I will add here. Similarly, if you want to write the dx, integral dx is equal to integral vx into dt, integral dy is equal to integral vy into dt, position and velocity relations. Similarly, integral dvx is equal to integral ax into dt, integral dvy is equal to integral ay into dt, velocity from acceleration. Similarly, you can write vx into dvx integration is equal to integral ax into dx, integral vy into dvy is equal to integral ay into dy. These are the equations of motion you can observe whenever a body is moving with a non-uniform acceleration, okay, or non-uniform motion, okay. Vx, ax, vy, ay, you can observe this carefully. Here also integral dy, integral dvy. These relations we can apply whenever we are doing any problems. Now I will show some questions whichever they have asked in JEE mains as well as JEE advanced from this. Okay. Before going to discuss one more point how to write. If any problem, if they ask you to calculate the path of the any particle, okay, to identify path of particle, motion of the particle, okay, then we can see these relations. The equation should be, equation we have to bring should be in y and x relation. It should be yx relation, okay. Suppose say if y is equal to x plus something c is there, straight line path is a straight line path. Next, if x square plus y square is equal to like r square is there, is constant, then path is a circle. Now if x square divided by the a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 is there, path is a ellipse. Similarly, if y is equal to like ax square plus bx form is there, path is a parabola. If y is equal to some constant kyx is there, path is a rectangular hyperbola. After this, how these paths are there, based on the given questions, we have to bring that expression y and x relation, okay. Now I am moving to questions from the JEE mains as well as JEE advanced. First question. A particle has an initial velocity 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. You can write u bar is equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. And its acceleration is given that 0.4 I cap plus 0.3 j cap. And t is equal to 10 seconds is given. You need to calculate the what is its speed. Before that you calculate v bar value. As a bar is constant, u bar plus a bar into t. If you write that 3 I cap plus 4 j cap is u bar plus a into t, 4 I cap plus 3 j cap you can write. Overall you can write the 7 I cap plus 7 j cap is the v bar. Now if you want to calculate speed, is here magnitude of velocity only will get, and why, because it is moving in a straight line, that's why I am writing this 7 square plus 7 square will get the 7 root 2 is the answer. First option is the correct option, okay. Next question. The position coordinate of a particle moving in 3D coordinates, a system, 3 coordinate system is given by x is equal to a cos omega t and y is equal to given that a sin omega t and z is equal to given that a omega t. They are asking that speed of the particle is equal to how much. You can calculate vx is equal to dx by dt. minus a omega into sin omega t. Differentiation of cos omega t is minus sin omega t. Next, minus omega into sin omega t, differentiation of cos omega t. Vy value you can write as dy by dt. That can be written as a sin omega t, differentiation is a omega into cos omega t. Similarly, Vz can be written as dz divided by the dt. That value is equal to a omega. Now, speed they are asking. You can observe this V a bar is equal to Vxi cap plus Vy j cap plus Vz k cap we can write. Okay. Now, if we substitute that Vx is minus a omega sin omega t I cap plus a omega cos omega t j cap plus a omega k cap. This is V bar value. If you want to calculate speed, you calculate the magnitude value under root of a square omega square sin square omega t plus a square omega square cos square omega t plus a square omega square is there. We can see sin square omega t cos square omega t term is 1. So we can write a square omega square plus a square omega square. So finally you will get the root 2 into a into omega. This is the speed of the particle here. Second option is the correct option. Next question. A particle is moving with V bar is equal to k into y I cap plus k into x j cap is there. This can be written as this is a Vx component and this is what here Vy component. I am writing Vx value is equal to ky. Vy value is equal to kx. Vx is nothing but dx divided by the dt, that is ky. Vy value is dy by dt, that is equal to kx. Actually, I told earlier also, you have to bring general equation of the path is nothing but x and y form you want. Let us consider the first equation, this second equation. Here we have to eliminate the dt term. We have to eliminate dt term. To eliminate dt term, what I am doing is equation 2 divided by the equation 1 I am writing. Dy by dt whole divided by the dx divided by the dt, that is equal to kx divided by the ky. Now you can see dt get cancelled. Now you can write the k and k get cancelled. Y into dy is equal to x into dx. If you integrate both the sides, integral dx, integral dy, y square by 2 is equal to x square by 2 plus some constant also we can write it as, okay, some constant we can write. So overall we can write it as y square is equal to x square plus 2 into c. This is a constant. The equation should be equal to y square plus x square. Y square is equal to x square plus constant. So third option is a suitable answer. Next question. Position vector of a particle changes with time according to the relation r bar of t is equal to given 15 t square I cap plus 4 minus 20 t square j cap. They are asking acceleration. So first calculate velocity. Dr bar divided by the dt, position, rate of change of position is velocity. So you can write 30 t I cap and 4 is 0 minus 40 t j cap. Again, acceleration a bar can be written as dv bar divided by the dt. You can get the 30 I cap minus 40 j cap. Overall, they are asking at t is equal to 1. Anyway, this is constant value. Value is a constant, independent on the time. So magnitude of a bar, if you write that, under root of 30 square plus 40 square, you will get the answer is 50 meter per second square. First option is the correct option. Next question. A particle starts from rest from origin. Origin at a t is equal to 0. Nothing but at a t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. That is given. With an initial velocity u, x is equal to u bar is equal to given. That u bar value can be written as 3 I cap. And we can see that that is also equal to ux. Okay, sorry, you can write the value as ux is equal to how much, 3, and uy value is equal to 0. Next, constant acceleration they have given as 6 I cap plus 4 j cap meter per second square. Here ax is equal to 6, ay is equal to 4. X coordinate of the particle when y coordinate is 32 meters. If y is equal to 32 meters, then we can write y is equal to u as acceleration, constant acceleration is there, uyt plus half ayt into t square. 32 is equal to uy value 0 plus half into ay is 4, t square you don't know, you need to calculate that. So you can see 2. So overall we can get that t is equal to 32 divided by the 2 under root 16 is 4 seconds. If it is 4 seconds, you can observe that what is x coordinate they are asking. So x is equal to, you can write uxt plus half into axt square. Ux value you can write it as 3, t value is 4 plus ax value, if you can see that 6 into t square value is equal to 16. So if you calculate, this is 8 times 12 plus 48. 12 plus 48 value will get the 60 meters. Now as per the question, first option is the correct option. Okay, next question. Starting from origin at t is equal to 0, the initial velocity starting from origin, again you see here, at t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and u bar they have given that 5 j cap they have given meter per second. Nothing but ux is equal to 0, uy value is equal to 5. This is the given data. Now constant acceleration, a bar is equal to given that 10 I cap plus 4 j cap. Nothing but ax is equal to 10, ay value is equal to 4. Now again they have given at time t, location they have given 20 comma y naught is given. Nothing but this is a x value and this is a y value. Now we are going to calculate time and all. So you can use the first x is equal to uxt plus half axt square. X is 20, ux value 0 plus half into ax is 10. T square value you don't know. Now you can get the 2 is 5 times get cancelled. T square is equal to 20 by 5, that is equal to 4. You can get the t is equal to 2 seconds. If t is 2 seconds, again you have to write the y is equal to uyt plus half ay t square. Y value you have to calculate, that is y naught. Uyt, what is uy value? 5 into t is 2 plus half into ay value is 4 into t square value is 4. We can see 2 times get cancelled. So 10 plus we can write it as 8. So overall we will get the 18 meters. So now required answers are 2 seconds and 18 meters. Now you can see 2 seconds and 18 meters. Next question. A balloon is moving up in air vertically above a point A on the ground. When it is at height h1, the girl standing at distance d from point B, you can see in a diagram, from it sees that angle is equal to much, 45 degrees with respect to the vertical. When the balloon climbs up a further height h2, it's seen at an angle 60 degrees with respect to the vertical. If the ball moves further by a distance 2.464 d, then the height h2 is given by what? They have given sin tan 30 degrees value they have given. You can see in the diagram first, this is 45 degrees and here you can see 60 degrees. Okay, Now, as per the question, you can see tan 45 degrees is equal to d divided by the h1. Nothing but d is equal to h1. Next, tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite side d plus 2.464d divided by the h1 plus h2. Now tan 60 degrees is root 3 degrees. D plus 2.464d whole divided by the h1 value is d. So we can write d plus h2. Now from this we can calculate the h2 value. Okay. What is the question actually they are asking here? Find height h2. You calculate that. So you will get the first option. h2 value is equal to much d. We can do this calculation. Next, a mosquito is moving with a velocity v bar is given that 0.5 t square I cap plus 3t j cap plus 9 k cap. Acceleration in uniform conditions. What will be the direction of mosquito after 2 seconds? With x-axis, with y-axis they are asking, x-axis and y-axis they are asking. We can see first at t is equal to 2 seconds, what is the velocity value is here. We can write it as 0.5 into 4 I cap plus 3 into 2 j cap plus 9 k cap. We can see v bar is equal to 2 I cap plus 6 j cap plus 9 k cap. Now there is a vector, you can see 3D vector is there. This 3D vector is actually v bar. This v bar making angle alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis. Now you know that cosine angles are there. Now cos alpha is equal to, this is Vx, 6 is Vy, 9 is Vz. You can write Vx divided by the mod V bar. Vx is nothing but 2 divided by the mod V bar is under root of 4 plus 36 plus 81. Overall we will get the cos alpha is equal to 2 divided by the 40 and this 121, so 11 value will get. If cos alpha is 90 degrees, 2 by 11, you have to get the tan. What is a tan value? Alpha 2 divided by the 11, you can write it as 121 minus 4 under root. You can get the 117. So you can say that tan alpha is equal to root 117 divided by the 2 with x-axis. So this option is not there. With y-axis you will see now. So now you can see cos beta value is equal to Vy divided by the mod V bar. Vy is 6 and bottom is 11 is there. So you can see cos beta is not there. They are asking tan only. So tan beta can be written as you make the one right angle triangle and it is beta. So you can write it as a 6 divided by the 11 root 121 minus 36. We will get root 85. So from this you can say tan beta value is equal to root 85 by 6 with y-axis. So you can write beta is equal to tan inverse of root 85 divided by the 6 with y-axis. With y-axis. Okay. So now according to question, first option is the correct option. Next question. Motion of a particle in xy plane is described by a set of following equations. X is equal to 4, sine of 90 minus theta is given. So nothing but we can write it as 4 cos omega t we can write. Y is equal to 4 sine omega t is there. Now from this we can write it as x square plus y square value. If you write that, we will get the 4 square. So it is like a circle equation. Circle equation with radius 4. With radius 4. So path is circle. Okay. Next one. At t is equal to 0, a particle starts traveling from a height 7 z cap centimeter in in a plane keeping z coordinate constant. At any instant time t time, its position along x cap, y cap, and are defined as like this. The position at any time t is given here. At any instant, the position along this is given that x is equal to given that 3t, y is equal to given that 5t cube. Now if you see that, what is the Vx value? dVx divided by the dt, that is 3. Vy value, dVy divided by the dt, 15t square. Ax value, dVx divided by the dt, that is 0. Ay value we can write as 30t. So at t is equal to 1 second, we can write anyway x is equal to 0. Ay value is equal to much? 30. Nothing but a bar is equal to 30 only along y axis is a y cap, right? Okay, z value anyway constant, you can see 7z. Z is equal to 7 is there. So you can write Vz is 0, Az also 0 here. Okay. Next question. It is a JEE advanced question. In 2020 they have asked this question. Starting at time t is equal to 0 from the origin. See here, at t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Particle follows a two-dimensional trajectory in xy plane, so that its coordinate y is equal to, they have given x square divided by the 2. Ax and ay are accelerations. Now you have to follow the relations here. Differentiate with respect to time. If I differentiate with respect to time, dy by dt is equal to 1 by 2 into 2x into dx by dt. I can get the 2 and 2 get cancelled. Finally, I will get Vy is equal to x into Vx. This is one relation. Now, we can keep this at x is equal to 0, means at origin. Now you can see that Vy value is 100% 0. Okay. Next one. I am differentiating this. Differentiate with respect to time. Why? Because I want actually accelerations. Now I can write dVy divided by the dt is equal to x into dVx divided by the dt plus dx divided by the dt into Vx. UV formula I have applied. Now I will get Ay is equal to x into Ax plus Vx square. This is my acceleration relation. Now at t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So we can write it as Ay value is equal to much? I can get the Vx square. Ay is equal to Vx square I can write. If you observe this carefully at x is at Ay value, at origin Ay value is equal to Vx square. Observe this carefully at origin. Origin. It is also origin. Okay. Now you see the whatever they are asking. Ax is equal to 1 implies that when particle is at origin, Ay is equal to 1. When particle is at origin, Ay value is equal to how much here? Ax is equal to 1 and Ay value is equal to 1 they have given. At particle origin, x is 0 and Ax value, x into Ax value is 0. So we cannot decide that. You take the at t is equal to 0, what will happen? At t is equal to 0, third option I am taking now, third option, C option. At t is equal to 0, you can see x is 0 and x is equal to 0. Now Vx value, Vy value is equal to how much? 0. Okay, why? Because x is equal to 0. Okay, and the next one we can see that initially body is moving with 1 meter per second they have given. So they have given u is equal to 1 meter per second is given. Nothing but Vy is equal to 0. What about the Ax term here? Ax term you cannot say here. Just you can see that whatever ux is there, no, that value will get the 1 meter per second at that point. Okay, at t is equal to 0. Okay, so you can say that at t is equal to 0, the particle is moving along the positive x direction. That you can give the clarity. Now at x is equal to 0 implies that ay is equal to 1 meter per second square at all times. You substitute there at x is equal to ax is equal to 0. Now if we substitute that ay is equal to if ax is equal to 0, if ax is equal to 0, ay value can be written as vx square. As vx value is equal to ux, that is 1 meter per second, you can write the value is 1. Okay, so you can write 1 meter per second square. This is correct. If ax is equal to 0, ay value is equal to 1 only. Next one, if ax is equal to 0 implies that at t is equal to 1, angle between them, we have written above question, you will see. At ax is equal to 1 meter per second square implies that when particle is at the origin, ay value is equal to 1. Always, always at origin, you will get the ay value is 1 meter per second square only. Okay, now we will get this at origin. Okay, next one, last option. You can see at ax is equal to 0. Now you see ay is equal to x into ax plus vx square is there. Now if you write that ax is equal to 0, it implies ay value is equal to much vx square. Now they are asking at t is equal to 1. What is the meaning of ax here? 1 meter per second square is there. That is constant only. You can write it as y is equal to half into ay into t square. So you can write y is equal to half into ay value is 1, t square value is 1. So you'll get 1 by 2 is y. Now x is y is equal to, we are having like a y is equal to x square by 2 is there. 1 by 2 is equal to x square by 2. Finally we will get x is equal to how much? 1 meter. Now if we see this, y is equal to 1 meter is there. If x is equal to 1 meter is there, y is equal to 1 by 2. Now if x is equal to 1 meter is there, from this relation vy is equal to x into vx is there. Now you substitute there. X is 1, vx is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1 and vx is equal to 1, vy value is 1. Similarly vx is equal to 1 is there. Now if you draw the graph between the vx and vy, you will get the value is equal to much like this, 45 degrees it makes. Okay, now final conclusion I am giving. If ax is equal to 0, vx is equal to much here, vx is equal to 1. Okay, and similarly remaining things whatever I have written, you can see D answer also correct, A answer also correct. Okay, detailedly, neatly also I have written here little bit. You can see how it is making ay and ax values. Okay, last question. The coordinates of the particle moving in a plane are given as x is equal to a cos pt, y is equal to b sin pt is there. What is the path they are asking? What is the path here? X by a is equal to cos pt, y by b is equal to sin pt. Now from this we can write it as cos square pt plus sin square pt is equal to x square by a square plus y square by b square, that is equal to 1. Whatever equation is there, that is ellipse equation. So path is a ellipse. Velocity and acceleration of the particles are perpendicular. I am writing velocity. Vx is equal to minus ap into sin pt. Vy is equal to bp into cos pt. Similarly, ax is equal to minus a p square sin p cos pt, differentiation cos pt, cos pt. Similarly, ay value is equal to minus bp square into sin pt. Okay, now you can see at what they have given, t is equal to pi by 2p. Now vx value we can get the minus ap. Similarly vy value will get 0, ax value is equal to 0, A y value will get the minus b into p square. Now you can see a x and a y are there. Nothing but v bar is perpendicular to the a bar at t is equal to pi divided by the 2p. So you can get the second option correct option. The acceleration of the particle is always directed towards the focus. Now acceleration a bar is equal to, you can write as minus p square is taken common, a cos pt I cap plus b sin pt j cap. You know that a cos pt and a sin pt is like xi cap plus yj cap is there, no? That relations are there. Anyway, it is saying that towards origin it is there. You can see always directed towards the focus of the ellipse. Okay, towards focus. That is also correct. Negative sign is there. Next one, distance traveled with the particle in time interval 0 to t is equal to pi by 2p is equal to much. Distance is equal to, we can write it as x, already they have given that position coordinate. At x is equal to, at t is equal to pi by 2p, if you write that, x is equal to how much here? 0. Y value we are getting like a b we are getting. So now initially at t is equal to 0, you can write x is equal to a, y is equal to how much here? 0. Y is equal to 0. Now you can see t is equal to 0 to t is equal to pi by 2p. It is travelled from a to b, it is travelled. Now they have given a only, so this is wrong option. According to given question, a, b, c are correct options. I hope you understand this. In the next class I will explain the projectile. In the next lecture I will explain the projectile motion. Okay, in all projectile motions I will explain.